Nityanandam everyone, this is Priscilla. Welcome back to my channel. I am currently in Nityananda Dhyana Peetham, which is Paramahamsa Nityananda's ashram here in South India, outside of Bangalore. I've been here for the past almost 8 months, and I am also a yoga acharya here. And why I wanted to make this video today is because I've been really getting so many clicks and breakthroughs about why it is we do yoga and why yoga is for all human beings. See, we're actually in the middle of a Nityananda Yoga teacher training, a teacher training program here in India, and I'm one of the lead acharyas for the teacher training. I'm actually the coordinator of Nityananda Kundalini Raju Yoga, which is a traditional form of yoga on the rope. This form of yoga actually has not been seen by most of the Western world, and I'm so blessed to be part of the reawakening of this practice, all through Swamiji's guidance. But what I wanted to share about today is about why practice yoga. I think so many people have this question, at least I know I did, when I was growing up in the West. I didn't understand why yoga was such a craze, why so many people were doing it. But the first thing I want to mention is yoga is not for somebody who's flexible or somebody who's strong or somebody who's just trying to, who's naturally a yogi, who's trying to build their body. Let me be very clear, yoga is for all human beings. Why this is because yoga is not a physical practice like we have been told. In the West, we have been incorrectly indoctrined with the idea of yoga as a physical practice, a bending of the body. At most, a way to calm the mind and regulate breathing, kind of a way to de-stress. But this is extremely limited understanding of yoga. Yoga is a very spiritual practice in nature, and it has many different aspects of it. Yoga is actually a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle of conscious breakthrough, of taking care of our physical body and our consciousness so that we can experience higher and higher states of consciousness and ultimately reach enlightenment itself. See, yoga is not just when I'm on the mat, when I'm doing asanas on the floor or on the rope, but yoga is the way I go to sleep at night, what time I go to sleep, how much hours of sleep I'm getting, what time I wake up, what food I'm putting in my body, which is completely vegetarian, sattvic, and no chemicals, all locally grown. All of these components play into a lifestyle of yoga. But why yoga is so important for all human beings, for all of humanity, is because yoga is actually capable of giving a conscious breakthrough to all of us. What I mean by that is yoga, through bending the body, through cleansing the body, through healing the body through yoga, different aspects of yoga, we are actually able to create our physiology, empower our physiology, clear our space to physically hold higher states of energy. This space of enlightenment is no joke. Swamiji has actually shared, my guru, he's actually shared that enlightenment energy is like trying to cram 10 elephants into a room. It's like trying to squeeze so much into one little space. When our body is not prepared, when our nervous system is not prepared, it's completely impossible to experience and hold on to higher states of consciousness. We may have had glimpses of it, throughout our life. Sometimes we have experiences where we taste, just for a second, higher states of consciousness, that taste of union with God, connection with the ultimate, the source. But we're not able to hold on to it. Yoga is a way we can actually create our bodies to physically hold the space of enlightenment, the energy of conscious breakthrough. The way humanity can transcend all of our suffering we've been experiencing in the last decades. The war, the violence, the pain towards each other, towards animals, towards plants. All of that, all the suffering can literally become redundant when we have a conscious breakthrough, a conscious shift, right? This is what so many people have been seeking for in different forms, whether it's their religion or spirituality or even politics. But yoga is the answer. Yoga is capable of delivering this because it is a science. Yoga is the oldest science in the world. Yoga has existed for as long as humanity has existed. It is a tangible science for each and every human being to use and taste the experience of enlightenment, of a conscious shift. Becoming actually a super conscious being. This Really, I could share so much about this, and I won't go too much into it in this video, but human beings are so much more than we have been told. We are not limited by this physical body. We are not limited by these two eyes or this mouth or this nose. None of our body is our limitation. We actually have so much of a spiritual capability. You may have heard of things like, esoterics or clairvoyant people, psychics. All of these things are very, very real, and they are actually yogic powers, or what we call shaktis. They manifest from the space of enlightenment itself. When we're in connection or oneness with the source, we're able to manifest superhuman abilities. This is the real yoga. This is what, Lululemon is not telling you, is that when you're bending your body in a yoga asana, you can actually have a breakthrough of experiencing higher states of consciousness and manifesting powers. Yogic powers means powers such as being able to scan somebody's body and see what is going wrong inside of it, being able to read somebody's thought current and see where they're stuck, being able to heal someone's body with the power of your third eye. All of these things are very real. I have witnessed them applied as a science. Not just a few people have done it. I have seen thousands of people replicate this science. And I am also one of the blessed initiates of these powers through my guru, Paramahamsa Nityananda. Because what he is instilling in us is the space of yoga. So I invite you all, whether you're from California or the Caribbean, to start practicing yoga in your life. Practice yoga authentically. Means yoga from the source. Yoga that has actual reference that has existed for thousands of years. From places like the Agamas and the Vedas of Hinduism. Yoga has some of the oldest references in the world. And where you can find this is actually, there's a beautiful free resource you can start your yoga practice with. I would highly recommend you all to start building your body and your consciousness through this source. It is the Nityananda Yoga Source book, and you can actually download it completely for free. This knowledge is completely for free. This is part of the Vedic tradition, is actually giving knowledge for free. This book is available at innerawakening.org/Nityananda Yoga. I'll write it in the description below for you all, but I would highly recommend you download this book and get learning. See all the benefits yoga actually can have for your life, physically, spiritually, and consciously. And start to practice yoga. It'll do more than you can imagine for your body. My life has been completely transformed from yoga, and this is coming from someone who is an extremely resistant person to exercise, physical activity, somebody who is not flexible. I had no predisposition for yoga, but it has transformed me in so many ways. So I highly recommend you implement yoga in your life and experience the conscious breakthrough it can give you. And make sure to join us if you are interested in experiencing the authentic lifestyle of a yogi, of a yoga acharya. Come be a part of the next Nityananda Yoga Teacher Training. Do not miss this chance to actually taste what authentic yoga can feel like. Learning it in the source of where it was created, in India. Learning it with the master himself, who is an embodiment of Shiva, the one who delivered the science of yoga to the world. What better way you can learn than coming here? So I invite you all to come here and to also start experiencing yoga from wherever you are through the Nityananda Yoga book. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll get back to you soon. Nityananda!